this? Did you move more? What did you exactly do?
Okay, so for me, this is what worked for me. In late second trimester, all through to the last trimester, you literally, as you turn, the pain is excruciating. As you stand to walk, deadly. As you walk to the toilet, as you, like, the pelvic pain is so much. So sleep really does reduce sometimes. For some people, not all. Personally, I had a lot of, I think it was pelvic something disorder, where your pelvic kind of, because the hormones cause the pelvis to loosen, so
And
they keep grinding on each other, and
yeah.
that pain is excruciating. So you can't sleep well. You keep having to wake up as you're trying to turn, as it's, yeah. So all that contributes to our weight. Some things we can't control. Yes, I know it's eating, but some things is
Yeah.
hormones and all this stuff. Yeah.
Especially if you are prime gravida, like pelvic pain. I mean, if you're giving birth to your first baby, pelvic pain is inevitable. You can't.
Mm.
Your body's experiencing something new. Those bones are trying to, create some space for the baby, especially when it kicks into around 8 months, 7 months, when the baby is trying to descend down and pushing those bones apart. I know that pain. Sometimes it's not really bearable. And then you come to the hospital, we tell you, please don't take diclofenac, don't take ibuprofen. You can only take a Panadol, and look at the Panadol like, oh
Panel
my
didn't
God, how
work.
can Panadol working? And like, oh my
Yeah,
God. So,
it's crazy.
I fully understand. I fully
Mm.
understand that. So there's something I wanted to ask about waist trainers. In your opinion, honest opinion, do you think waist trainers work?
They work. I think for me, they have worked for me for both my children. The first time I got a waist trainer, I used this one, the usual half one. But for the second one, I got a full vest, like it kind of covers the whole back and then the stomach. So you really have to get one that fits you. The challenge is some people get either something that's too loose or something that is too tight, that you end up literally crushing yourself. Yeah. So it's fitting is very important. But again, consult. So for me, it works for me. What I usually do is I put on something before I don't attach it to my skin, because it creates a lot of itching and a lot of discomfort. So you put on maybe a vest and then you wear it on top of it, and don't get addicted to it, because some people now begin to wear a waist trainer forever. I only use a waist trainer for 1 month to give me like a boost, because the stomach is so just give you a boost to push go back, then you start working out to kind of get rid of that stomach completely. But of course, there are many views on waist training. Some say it's not healthy, etc. So me, I'm not a health expert. Maybe you tell us. But for me,
So,
it
so,
works
so
for
for
me.
me, this is my take on waist trainers. Waist trainers, should I call it like a compliment? You see the way you're saying that yes, you had to do everything to make sure that you lose weight, especially the belly fat. Is that you also like you took the basic steps, and the basic steps controlling your calories, portion sizes, and everything, and that's the foundation of it. Then the waist trainer comes in to hold on your belly from sagging, because you just delivered. All your belly is just so sagging, and you need something to hold it together so that you can move on. But then the most important thing is having the foundation. So some people, they think waist trainer is everything. It's going to do everything. They don't mind about the foods they eat, and that's where they end up getting disappointed with the waist trainers. So you find them someone. That's why some get addicted is they don't control their diet. They think a waist trainer will do everything. So 2 months down the road, when they put off the waist trainer, the belly is still there. It's still sagging. It's not going anywhere. And they're like, to hell, I have to keep, putting on this waist trainer. 3 months,
Mm.
4 months, the belly is not going anywhere. They keep on the waist trainer. So that's where the waist trainer becomes
Yeah.
useless. So you have to have the
Yeah.
foundation right for the waist trainer to work, especially as a pregnant, as a postpartum mother. You're going to have that belly. It's a must. You're going to have it, and you want to go to public, and you want to wear your dresses. So our waist trainer will come in and fix, but make sure that you get the other foundation of
Mm.
losing belly fat, right, and that
Yeah,
is controlling your caloric intake. You
true.
cannot, a weight trainer cannot work when you're not controlling your diet. Okay, no one should lie you that a waist trainer is going to burn fat. It does not burn
No,
fat at
it
all.
can't.
There's no
Because it
mechanism.
can't burn your arm fat. It can't burn your thighs. It can't burn your, it can't. Yeah.
And when it comes to burning fat, you can't spot reduce fat. When you start losing fat, you lose fat your entire body. And what's funny is the body you want to, where like the spot you want to target always comes out last, because your body cannot just say, I'm going to lose belly fat first before I lose fat
Mm,
on my face, on my arms. Your belly is going to come last. So it's a matter
yeah.
of patience and then putting into the work. But a
Mm,
waist trainer is going to help you for that first 1 month, making sure that your belly is not, here and there, just holding it tight. So that's basically my take on a waist trainer. But
yeah.
for some people who really are not postpartum mothers, I have no excuse for them for putting on a waist trainer. These young girls who are buying waist trainers, and they don't want to go through the right path for losing weight and fat. For those ones, I don't have kind words for them, really.
Oh no, but it's hard. It's hard. So for me, yeah, I use the waist trainer to give me a boost, and after that, I keep it, and then I actually do the exercise. When I had my daughter, I did after 3 months. I started because it was quarantine time, so it helped because I was home. I did a 30-day challenge. For 30 days, I was consistent. I did exercise, not long exercises, tops 15 minutes, cardio. You have to incorporate. People don't want cardio. They always want they quickly just go for ab exercises, these ones, what crunches, so that they quickly lose the belly fat. But then, like you've said, you have to lose weight everywhere. So cardio helps with that, and changing your exercise up. If you do the same exercise, your body gets used. I did some research, and like every
And
day
I
you're
always
running.
tell my clients that the moment the exercise becomes so easy for you, it's just to be an exercise. You're just doing
Mhm.
something for fun. And exercise is
Yeah.
supposed to be challenging. And one thing about cardio is just for you to lose weight, but it's good for your heart, for your
Mm.
lungs, for your entire body. So it's very important you incorporating some cardio. But meanwhile, there's some
Yeah.
people in the chat here. I see Lynn Quicheriza, thanks for coming. It's been a while. I see Liz. I see Gloria. If you're a mother, by the way, if you want to join the stream, please. Lisa has a few minutes to leave. If you want to continue with the discussion, please let me know. Then I share with you the link so that you can quickly join in. You also share with us your experience. People have different,
Yeah.
experiences. So I wanted to just look into the camera and talk to a Ugandan, a woman living somewhere in Kampala around there. The kind of foods as a pregnant mother postpartum are supposed to eat, help them lose weight. The kind of food that worked for you, and you think these ones, I think they really helped me in one way or the other.
So for me, like I mentioned, I didn't. Okay, one thing first of all, know your body type. Yeah, I think the biggest challenge is that we copy and paste. One thing that helped me is I knew my body type. So you should know that, do you put on weight easy? Because some people put on weight easier than others. Others lose weight faster than others. So for me, it wasn't really about the food that I ate. For me, it was about the portions that I ate. For me, portion control works like magic. So know your body type. For me, I can eat rice, I can eat chapati, but I'm not going to eat, two chapatis, then 3 pieces of chicken. No, I'll eat 1 piece of chicken. I'll not finish a whole chapati, because now my stomach has kind of like reduced, because I used to do portion control and now it's used. So I will not eat a lot. So for me, it's not really the type of food. So know your body type. So what I've learned is that carbs, of course, the more carbs you eat, sometimes can contribute to the weight. So things like rice, spaghetti, and especially in the evening. Most times people eat dinner at 9, at 10, people are cooking supper. For us at home, 6:30 is when we eat food. So we're about to eat food, and then you sleep. So the body has enough time to digest and things like that. So that's a routine that I put in my home to help me, but also to help my family. So don't just be eating pasta at 9. Where is it going to go? Nowhere. It's just going to enter the body and you just put on weight. So things like rice, pasta, chapatis, and all those things, of course, have a high calorie intake. So know your body, what works, what doesn't work. For me, it's portion control. So understand your body. That's what I can say. Because there are small people who will eat all kinds of things, but will never put on weight. But again, still not healthy, because sometimes we perceive smallness for health, which is not the case. So yeah, less calories for me is what works. That's what I can say. But don't forget, if you've been pregnant before, please check for diastasis recti. For me, I found it to be a life changer for my weight loss. So, and it takes time to try and close that gap, because I realized that people who have given birth before still experience like leakages. You know, you're jumping and then some capi comes out because the pelvic muscles are not strong, the transverse abdominis is weak. Like all those things contribute to the way you look. So diet, some exercise, but most importantly, diet. That's what I can say.
Yeah, don't forget those pelvic floor exercises. I mean, having your first baby, your second, you want to have the third, the fourth, the fifth. Just make sure that your your pelvis is basically very strong. I did make sure that those ligaments are really strong. So it's really important to do some exercise even before the pregnancy, before even like we said, okay, there's some people who get pregnant, all of a sudden you find yourself you're pregnant. But if you know your thing about getting pregnant, work on these things, start a little bit of some exercise, you know, especially pelvic floor exercises, so that when the pregnancy comes in, finds your pelvis when it's really a little bit stronger, so that even after giving birth, your pelvis is not really there shake. Then you're having bladder incontinence. That's how we call it. You're there walking, and then it's 6 months, and then you can still have a little bit of some incontinences. Some people are giving birth because of a weak pelvic floor. They get fistulas, which is really the worst bit of it. You don't want to eat there. Please have some exercise just for the good of your pelvis. At least for me, my pelvis, I work out, I do all those heavy squats, but it's not going to carry anything. It's not even for showbiz. No one is even going to look at it. But for you, your gynecoid pelvis, please, it needs to be preserved for someone out there. If you have any questions you want to ask Lisa, please ask any questions. Are you seeing some people in the chat? They're actually there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you have any questions in the chat, please, Lisa is there. You can ask her some questions before she leaves. She has a few minutes to leave to go and take care of the kids. Let me see if there is any question. Liz is saying consistency is what matters most. You want a whole loaf and expect to look like a banana. To see. Okay. See the chart. Not really a big question. So Lisa, I want to let you go in a second, but I want you to leave us with some parting shots, like some things people should really emphasize on again as you leave the stream to go and take care of the kids.
Yeah. If you're pregnant, I think have mercy on yourself. Sometimes we put too much pressure. Both pregnancy and postpartum. Please, your body has gone through a lot. I think that's one thing the pressures of this world forget, that our bodies have gone through so much. We have brought life into the world. So they shouldn't put pressure on us on losing the weight and doing all these things immediately. It starts with the mind. So have a goal that you want to achieve and then be disciplined. I think that's the one thing that has helped me. If I set my mind on something, I will be disciplined and I will, go for it. So like I've mentioned, one thing I've refused to accept in life is a big stomach. So I will do everything in my power to make sure that I don't get it. Yeah. So have a goal. What is your goal? Set your mind to it and achieve it. Don't try to lose weight after having 7 children or 4 children. please try to lose weight after every child, so that the weight does not really go out of hand. And then be healthy. Try to be healthy. Yeah. Don't, I know cravings come in, and sometimes you're craving this and craving that, but before you know it, the weight is too much. It can lead to pressure. It can lead to all these things. So try and be healthy. Have cravings once in a while, but don't overdo it. And then pace yourself. It's your own race, please. It's not, for everyone. We're all running different races. We have different body types. So don't compare yourself with others and say, oh my God, how come this one lost weight and for me I've not? Take your time, but have a goal. So if you don't have a goal, there's nothing to work towards. That's all that I can say.
Thank you. Since you are a relationship expert, there's something I'm going to ask you as you live. Does weight gain have anything when it comes to preserving a man in relationship? Anything, since you are a relationship for the sake of that, do I
So
understand some of us,
one thing I can say is men are visual beings. That's something we can't do anything about. They are visual beings. So they like what they see. But again, you have given life, literally. So I think patience, you need to have an understanding spouse who knows that it's not easy. In fact, if men would give birth, they would be dead, because they get a flu and they just want to die. Yeah. So pace yourself. Yes. Again, like I've mentioned, don't, sometimes women, we over pity ourselves and then we leave ourselves to go. You find and Castor have given birth 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, and someone has just lost it. We need to keep things spicy in even our marriages. He saw you the way you were, he was attracted to you, and of course he can adjust. Attraction, can change. Yeah, you've given life to his child, and of course men need to be more patient with us, but don't overdo it and say that Castor have given birth and then you leave things. Please work on yourselves. I keep telling ladies, keep looking nice. So if I can tell you to keep looking nice, I'm at home, but wear some lipstick. Like try kale lip balm. How much more weight? Even weight. Try to, don't overdo it. And then you find yourself, like, you look at your wedding picture and they can't even put them together, like you're different. Of course there'll be changes. Of course we have to change, but let it not be too much, because the truth is men are visual beings. That's it. So communicate with your spouse, support each other. How can you support me to lose this weight? Is it paying for gym? Is it paying for an instructor? Is it paying for internet? Like, work together. So it's a team effort. Yeah.
yeah, and that's why I'm asking that. For example, I have so many friends of my age, many girls I went to school with, and when I met them like now, oh my God, they look like they're 37, 36, 34, and we're just in our late 20s. I'm like, you girls, like, and they are like, like maybe second baby, third baby. And I'm like, Jesus Christ. And they know this how weight makes you age faster. I don't know. Like someone is like 24, but because of the weight, when you look at them, it gives an impression like they are 30. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, is like something has to be done. Like someone there has to educate these women that for you to keep looking younger, you just have to work on yourself.
The truth is, it's hard. It takes a lot of discipline, consistency. It's all about the mind, because we've given birth, so we know the body can do anything. We just need to put our minds to it and be as disciplined about it like we are with many other things. So, and I know it gets overwhelming. Let me tell you, being a mom, I know your kids are all over you. Some people don't have supporting partners, so they don't even have time to themselves to do anything. They have careers that are demanding. So a list of your worries is what? Is weight sometimes. So I'll tell you, it's really hard. But we do what we can. That's why I always emphasize, I'm not a big fan of going to the gym for 1 hour, because as a mom, sometimes where are you going to get 1 hour to use? First of all, 1 hour at the gym, then there's going, then there is coming back. You're losing so many hours when you put them together. So for me, I always encourage, try to do exercise where you are at home, even if it's 5 minutes every day, 10 minutes every day. It's better than doing 1 hour at the gym once a week, because that one is dead. It's not going to do anything for you. So, but the more consistent, the more consistent you are, the better as a mom. So as a mom, get solutions that can work for you in your context. If you can't go to the gym, perfect. If you can't, because I personally used to do sukuma, and I used to go maybe twice a week. But then I started out with these people. After I left, like after 2 months, 3 months, I came back, they're still the same weight. Still, I'm like, even things are not working for these guys, you know.
No.
So I realized if you do exercise twice a week, even if it's for 2 hours, you go back home 5 days without exercising, you're putting in food. After the gym, you take a smoothie. You do. Generally, we're just having fun, you know. So do things that work. And even if it means being home, self-motivate you. No one is going to motivate you. And that's what I learned. Because I'm a people person, I love dancing with people. But then I realized I can't dance every day. First of all, it's costly, 20K per session. The time, where am I going to get it? Nowhere. So I said, let me do, quarantine helped me. I'm like, let me do from home. And I saw results. After 30 days, wow, I even began to develop some abs. I wish I could get them back. I couldn't believe by myself using YouTube. I couldn't believe the progress I'd made. But these things of going to aerobics, which once a week.
And for me, I'm always honest. I work as a trainer in a certain gym. I always tell this mother the truth, because for me it's not about the money. Your 20K you're paying me. It's all about me seeing you get results. I always tell them, instead of you coming to the gym every single day, you're paying your 20,000, and then you're not getting the results at the end of the month. If you know you can keep home and do these exercises that for example, you can come to the gym for 1 week and learn the basic exercises from the gym, and those basic exercises you can do them from home and be consistent. And of course, I always tell them, you can't out exercise a bad diet. You can't exercise and then when you reach home still eat the same way. You can't, and you never get results. So the truth is, make sure that you exercise, but at the same time, like she said, portion sizes and everything. So Lisa, I need to let you go, but before I let you go, where can people find you first?
Oh, you can find me on Instagram at Lisa Kusima, on YouTube, Lisa Kusima, generally everywhere, Lisa Kusima. I'll be happy to hear from you. Any questions you might have, you can check out my story highlights on Instagram. I usually leave some tips here and there that can help. Yeah, I'm always here to inspire.
Thank you. Otherwise, this has been a nice stream. I'm excited to have finally had this stream, and I can't wait. I'm just going to, point out those stamps so that people can quickly go to those stamps and watch what's necessary for them. And it's been a nice one. I can't wait to see you on the next one. I don't know. Hopefully, we shall get some time and come back here.
Yeah.
I'm thinking. Hopefully, we shall. Otherwise, Otherwise, have a nice evening and bye.
Thank you. Bye.